Content advisory. This episode contains discussion of murder, alleged paranormal activity, psychological distress, strong language, and disturbing themes. Listener discretion is advised. This content is for entertainment purposes only. Any true crime information discussed is publicly available online. Welcome back to Harlots of Spooktalk. Tonight we're stepping inside one of the most infamous houses in American history, the home famous for George Lutz and Kathy Lutz. In 1975, the Lutz family moved into 112 Ocean Avenue in how do you say that? Oh my gosh.
Amityville.
Amityville, sorry, New York, just over a year after Ronald DeFeo Jr. murdered 6 members of his family inside the home. What followed was a 28-day of alleged terror that would become the most debated paranormal cases in history. Tonight we'll walk you through the background, the DeFeo murders, how the Lutz family came to buy this house, and the timeline of their brief stay.
And I'll be diving into the claims that made this story legendary: green slime dripping from the walls, swarms of flies in the dead of winter, a mysterious pig like entity named Jodie. Were these genuine paranormal experiences or something else? We'll explore the interviews, the media frenzy, and the book that changed everything, the Amityville Horror.
And I'll be talking about the darker layers, the psychological toll, the skepticism, and the hoax that followed the Lutz's family for decades. Was this house truly haunted? Or was it one of the most successful horror stories ever sold to the public? Either way, the legend of the Amityville Horror and the house itself still lingers in pulp culture, feeding our fascination with fear.
So lock your doors, check your windows, and maybe leave the lights on tonight.
You're listening to Harlots of Spooktalk.
Like, share, and subscribe if you dare.
Oh, you think you got away?
The historic kind of outline of this house is on November 13th, 1974, 23-year-old Ronald DeFeo Jr. shot and unalive 6 members of his family at their home. It was at 112 Ocean Avenue, a large Dutch colonial house situated in the suburb neighborhood of Amityville on the south shore of Long Island, New York. After a trial lasting 7 weeks, the DeVeo was convicted of second-degree murder in November 1975 and sentenced to 6 terms of 25 years to life in prison. DeVeo passed away in prison March 2021. In December 1975, George and Kathy Lutz moved into the house with their 3 children and dog, Harry. After 28 days, the Lutzes fled the house, claiming to be terrorized while living there. And that is kind of the basis, what happened. So basically,
So it was like, I'm sorry to cut you off, but it's like, isn't it? I'm going to bring up the movie for a minute because I feel like they put it as it was a family of 4.
no, it's a family
No,
of 6.
6.
Yeah.
But it was
Mother.
the dad.
No, it was the mother and father. No, it was always the brother, the oldest brother who did it in the movie.
I haven't seen it in so long.
I
so-
know. I was just like thinking, wait
oh
a
my
minute.
Lanta.
Maybe I'm thinking of the other movie. I'm thinking of the one
I'm
with
thinking-
Annabelle.
I'm thinking of The
first one.
Conjuring.
Yeah,
And-
that's what I'm thinking
And
of
it's
too.
really important to remember the 4 kids that were involved. One of them's name was Jodie.
That's right.
And it's going to hit later on when we go over
You mean
what
Jodie with the hair?
No,
Judy- Jodie
yeah.
with the Bodie?
Yeah. But that is just a little backstory of the house itself.
Okay, perfect.
Bless you.
So, just a little background. So, George and Kathy Lutz were a married couple living in Long Island, New York by 1975, the 70s. They had 3 children, which are two sons, Daniel and Christopher, and Kathy's daughter from a previous marriage, and her name was April. So they were searching for a larger home when they bought the house at, this is probably the third time we're saying it, 112 Ocean Avenue in Amityville, unaware of its dark history.
But didn't they change the name and numbers? Okay.
Yes, no longer. It used to be named High Hopes,
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
changed the name.
Okay. So let's talk about the Defoe murders. So the house was notorious because just over a year before the Lutz moved in, um, Ronald DeFeo Jr. shot and killed 6 members of his family while they slept on November 13th, 1974. The murder shocked the nation, Avi, but the house remained on the market. George and Kathy purchased it in December of 1975. So think about that. There was a murder, and a year later, they move into this house. It's on the market. It's cheap. Hell yeah. Like what can go wrong with a murdered house? Um, anyway, so
Oh, like
20.
American Horror Story murder house.
Yeah. So the Lutz family lived in the house for only 28 days before fleeing in terror. During that short month, they claimed to experience numerous paranormal phenomenon. They had cold spots and drafts. There was like areas of freezing air in rooms even in the winter. Swelling and green slime. I think Tiffany said this in our intro. There was slime reportedly oozed from the walls and bedroom fixtures. There was unexplained noises like slamming doors, footsteps, and voices. There was airy figures. This is what got me, like shadows, demonic apparitions, and an entity called Jodie. Jodie with the
Okay.
Bodie. Described as a small. Listen, sorry. She was described as a small pig-like creature with red eyes. Okay. So go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I have my hand raised.
Oh, I have my I have it
I-
over everybody, so I can't, because if I don't, Tiffany will make these faces and
I
then I'll
do.
start giggling.
No, like the green slime to me reminds me of like
Nickelodeon.
Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Like,
but no,
I'm-
this is a it's like a pig. It looked like a pig and it had red eyes.
The ghost. Oh, the slime.
No, Jodie.
Jodie with the
Oh.
booty, remember? Jodie with the booty. I don't know. Why are y'all friends with me? I have no idea. So
I've been asking myself that for years.
So there was behavioral changes. George reportedly woke up at odd hours and he became obsessed with satanic rituals and slept unusually, right? So, and there was moving objects, furniture would shift, lamps and chairs would just move on their own. And the Lutz family claimed that these disturbances escalated daily, causing extreme fear and psychological distress. But who wouldn't? If things were moving in your house, wouldn't you go a little stir crazy? Like, what the hell? I know, like, because you always think about it logically first. Like, this cannot be happening. Like, no
Yes.
way.
Yes, because I have a personal like experience with this
Mhm.
because when I lived in a little town and I had this old farmhouse I was living in
Oh.
with like 2 people I used to be friends with, and I got home from work because I used to work till like 9 o'clock, so I'd get home about 10:30, and yeah, I was cooking food, and then I went to take a shower. So all of our cabinet doors are on one side of the wall, and they were all closed when I went to go shower, but everybody was sleeping, right? So I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I went and showered. I came back out. All the cabinet doors were like wide open, even the ones like below the stove and the pantry door. So what do I look? I was pissed because I'm like, for real, y'all can open the dang cabinets
But you
and not
can't close
close them. And because I thought they were still up. And then one of them comes out and was like, who are you talking to? And I'm like,
Oh man.
I was like, oh,
Uh-oh.
were y'all up? And he was like, No, I just woke up to get a glass of water. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to bed. Okay,
Okay, well, thanks
bye.
for the information. Maybe it was a draft.
Yeah, so I was like, well,
It is
okay.
terrifying. It is terrifying.
Especially when you're asking someone about it and then they're just like,
Confused.
what are you
Right.
talking about? And then you feel crazy because they think you're crazy. And if it hasn't happened to you, I'm sorry, but you don't know how we feel.
Yeah. And if you had a story like this, like, comment below, send us a message, harlotsofspooktalk@gmail.com. Share your story.
We'd
But,
love to hear.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah, we live for it. Um,
All right.
so after fleeing this house, the Lutz story kind of picked up with the press, like eventually sold their account to the Amityville Horror, written by Jay Anson, which became a bestseller. The book detailed the alleged hauntings in graphic detail. The story was later adapted in 1979. The movie Amityville, can you say that, Karli? Amityville?
Amityville.
Thank you. But she said horror. Not whore, horror.
Cora.
Horror.
Horror. And that's
HORROR.
oh my gosh, today is not my day. So, and that was cementing the case, and that's what made it popular. And today. So, from the beginning, the story attracted, like, it brought in critics, skeptics. Some points of contentional include, like, financial motivation. Like, they would say that the Lutz may have exaggerated the story to profit from the book and media deals. There was hoax allegations. Investigators, journalists, and paranormal experts have questions the vitality of the events. Conflicting testimonies. So some friends, neighbors, and clergy who visited the home reported nothing was unusual. So despite that skepticism, the story has endured one of the most America's most famous haunted house legends. So the Amityville house remains a symbol of fear, curiosity, and pop culture fascination. And the story of George and Kathy Lutz blends crime, tragedy, alleged supernatural terror, leaving people debating for decades whether the haunting was real or a masterfully crafted hoax. So even today, it inspires books, films, documentaries, and countless paranormal investigations.
I have my theory.
What's your theory? What you
This
got?
So I feel like when Kathy and what's his name?
George.
George. I'm sorry. I don't remember guys' names that much. I apologize. So um George and Kathy, like the realtor told them about what happened in the house while they bought it. Okay, so maybe they're feeding off that energy that when they bought the house they were told about, oh, this is what happened, blah blah blah, because you're supposed to disclose that.
Not in New York.
No?
They do not have to disclose. Just they do not have to tell you when you buy a house in New York if any murder has happened on the property.
That should be illegal.
This
It
feels
is
Anyways,
illegal.
but the realtor though, she did tell them
because
about
they asked why it was lower than market value.
and why it was on
Yep,
the market for so long, because it was, and that's unusual around that time of year. I mean,
and that
time
location.
period.
Yeah,
Um, Especially in New York, right? Like
yeah. It's a
those go
beautiful house,
fast.
and it's a beautiful
Yeah.
house. But yeah,
And
they asked her, why, and then she told them she wasn't going to tell them.
I did, so I think they like took that and like every little thing they heard or things that happened, maybe like the house was shifting or like the wind or something. I feel like maybe they were thinking, oh,
Hmm.
that was a ghost. Oh, that was a spirit. Oh, like they might have been doing that because do I believe like things, true events did happen at that house? Sure, of course, but to
Not to
be
that extreme.
like, no, because like
Well,
green
you
slime
always
coming out
want.
of the wall.
Yeah.
Well, then you. Yeah, that's. I get your point. Maybe
Mhm.
if you were on some little mushrooms or something.
Tripping.
Ooh, I don't like those. Those are nasty.
But, like, and I believe that these murders left an imprint? Yeah, but not in I think they blew it out of proportion, they took somebody's death, and they made money
Mhm.
on it. Let's be honest. They made money on the murders with this house.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's like, but it shouldn't be. I think it was wrong in the whole thing,
Well,
Yeah.
honestly,
something
because
had
like,
to been going on pretty bad for you to be there 28 days,
I
then
think
leave
that they got
because they didn't.
upset.
Well,
I
they didn't pick it up till later when they finally caught the story.
But I do believe financial responsibility got the best of this newlywed couple too,
mhm,
Yeah.
and I think they went in over their heads with this house, and it was an out.
because it was probably really like expensive,
Back
right? Like,
then, yeah,
I mean, and you're in
Even
New
though, well, it was
York.
cheaper. You got it for cheap, but
but
it was
still
still
there,
expensive.
yeah. Think of
So,
a
The
house on
upkeep.
the lake,
Mhm.
like,
yeah,
a beautiful house on the lake, and you got
Mhm.
that and it used to be called High Hopes, so
That's yeah, I get it.
but it kinda sucks because people that do have paranormal going on, it puts a shadow on their stories.
Mhm.
The stories like this put what's really going on the back burner with
Exactly.
paranormal.
Like, and I get it. Everyone's good. I'm all for a good horror movie
Oh,
or
yeah.
book. And I get it. Cool. You're using bits and pieces of some what happened, but shouldn't you have asked the family members of the
People that are still here,
people? Yeah.
yeah, they didn't
Like,
know.
hey, is this okay if we use these true events, these crimes that occurred? Do you
Yeah,
mind if we use that in our book or our movies? Like,
because it was freshly done. It would just that murder was only a year old.
yeah,
mm-hmm,
Think about that, like, that's a wound that did not be and Amityville itself, this was bad for this town. You had a lot of gawkers, onlookers coming to this town just because of this story. They literally had to
yeah,
change the look of this house to stop people, and it
see,
still
that's
did.
what I was going to ask too, because I noticed that they did make a lot of changes. They did keep a lot of the original stuff, but they made a lot of drastic changes. And I thought, I was like, is it because of all
It
the
was
tourism and people
yeah,
trying to get on the property? Because
yeah,
I know you can drive by still
you could drive
and
right
look
up
at it.
yeah, you can go right up to it. Just do not step on their property. They have
Yeah,
yeah,
cameras.
and that's absolutely fine.
See, it still
Mm,
kinda looks like it, but they tried to change it somewhat. And it's a
yeah.
beautiful house. It's a very beautiful house. It's just a tragedy happened here, and we have to keep that in mind. Is it some ghosts? Probably, but not to the extent I
That
don't
the
that the Lutz said.
yeah, I know to writers and like anything, they're gonna just
Jump on.
make it to where, oh, okay, well, we can embellish because, and that's good. Like, for
Yes.
real. Like, use your imagination. But please, like, be courteous and ask permission from
You
the
know that
family that's still around.
that's like $1,000,000 house now, right?
oh yeah.
It's beautiful.
It is. Amityville is a beautiful era. So
We're gonna have to go.
Yes, it's on the bucket list. Come on, Karli, you could do it.
I lived like a couple hours from there. That would have been easier.
Well, we definitely want to see the Annabelle museum thingy
No.
mabobber.
That's another one.
Yes,
I live 5
Mm-mm.
hours from that.
we could go there. We
Nope.
could do it. That's the
Nope.
next
Okay.
stop. and then we can
Salem,
go to
Mass.
Amityville. Maybe we can do it all in the same week.
How about you can stop at the dollhouse and we'll just meet you in Amityville.
Or
Okay.
I could. How about I just meet you at Salem? Because I've been.
Oh,
Oh, I want to go there too.
that would
I've
be
been to that.
fun.
I've been by that house. I stood in front
Or
of
we
that.
start Amityville, Salem, and then y'all can go home, and then I will just videotape all the stuff.
The
rest of the way.
Connecticut.
Yeah. I mean, one can dream. So, but anyways, I hope
Dreams
y'all.
erotic. I'm sorry.
Hey, the devil was an angel. Yeah.
Anyways,
Okay.
let us know
Yeah,
what your
he
thoughts are.
was.
Is it, do y'all believe it's a hoax or is it true?
True. And
Oh.
send us your ghost stories, please.
Yeah.
If you have anything similarities, don't listen to LD though.
Or just pick me up on the way, y'all. Okay.
Okay.
Love you. Bye.
Love the
Bye.
Bye.